Have you ever wondered why Islam, the religion known for its mercy and compassion, commands us to kill certain creatures instantly? It may sound surprising, but behind this instruction lies deep wisdom, protection, and divine purpose. These are not ordinary animals. They are harmful beings that threaten human life, health, and safety. The Prophet Muhammad Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam clearly identified 5 such creatures that believers are told to eliminate without hesitation, and each one carries a powerful lesson about balance, responsibility, and care for the community. In this video, we'll explore the 5 dangerous creatures Islam commands us to kill immediately, as beautifully explained by Mufti Menk. You'll discover how Islam's guidance protects not only our bodies, but also our spiritual and physical environments. So, stay with me till the end. What you learn today will deepen your understanding of Islam's unmatched wisdom and its concern for human safety. 1. Introduction to Islamic wisdom on killing harmful creatures. Islam is a religion built upon mercy, compassion, and justice, not only toward humans, but also toward animals and all of Allah's creations. Every command in Islam carries deep wisdom and divine purpose. When it comes to killing, Islam does not encourage cruelty or senseless harm. However, there are specific situations where it becomes a necessary act of protection. This includes dealing with certain creatures that pose real threats to human life, health, or safety. The Prophet Muhammad Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam taught that removing harm from the path of people is a form of charity. Likewise, eliminating creatures that spread danger or disease aligns with this principle of safeguarding the community. The permission to kill certain animals is not out of hatred, but due to their harmful nature, such as those that sting, bite, or spread contamination. Islam's guidance on this matter reflects balanced mercy toward harmless beings and firmness against those that cause harm. Even in such cases, the act must be swift, without torture or unnecessary suffering. This shows how Islam beautifully blends compassion with responsibility, emphasizing that every action, even one involving killing, must be rooted in wisdom and protection of life. 2. The black scorpion. Among the creatures Islam commands us to kill instantly is the black scorpion, a small but deadly insect whose sting can cause severe pain, paralysis, or even death. The Prophet Muhammad Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam clearly instructed believers to kill scorpions, even if encountered during prayer. This shows the seriousness of their danger and how important it is to act quickly to prevent harm. The wisdom behind this command lies in protection and safety. Scorpions often hide in dark corners, shoes, or bedding, striking without warning. Their venom can be fatal, especially to children and the elderly. By eliminating them immediately, Islam teaches believers to preserve life and prevent suffering, a core value of the faith. This instruction also highlights Islam's practical approach to real-world dangers. It's not about aggression, but about responsibility. A Muslim's duty is to ensure the safety of themselves and others, even in small matters. Killing a scorpion, therefore, becomes an act of safeguarding, not cruelty. In essence, this teaching reminds us that every command in Islam, no matter how small it may seem, carries divine wisdom to protect life, promote cleanliness, and maintain balance in the environment where harm must never be ignored. 3. The snake. The snake is another creature that Islam commands believers to kill immediately due to its highly dangerous and deceptive nature. Snakes are known for their venomous bite, which can cause instant harm or even death. The Prophet Muhammad Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam specifically mentioned two types of snakes that should be killed at once: those with short tails and those with two stripes on their backs, because they have the ability to cause blindness or miscarriage. This command reflects Islam's concern for human safety and protection from hidden dangers. Snakes often live near homes, in deserts or in fields, and can attack without provocation. By ordering their swift elimination, Islam aims to prevent potential harm before it occurs. The emphasis here is on awareness and caution in dealing with creatures that pose real threats to life. However, Islamic scholars also mention that if a snake is found inside one's house, it should first be warned to leave, as some snakes may be jinn in disguise. This shows Islam's depth of spiritual understanding alongside physical safety. Thus, killing a snake is not an act of cruelty, but a defensive action, guided by wisdom, protection, and obedience to prophetic instruction. 4. The rabid or wild dog. Islam values animals as part of Allah's creation. But when an animal becomes dangerous or diseased, it falls under a different ruling. A rabid or wild dog is one such example. The Prophet Muhammad, Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam, instructed that harmful or mad dogs should be killed immediately to protect human life and prevent the spread of disease. This command was not against all dogs, but specifically those that attack, spread infection, or endanger others. In earlier times, rabies was a fatal disease with no cure, and wild dogs often roamed in packs, threatening people and livestock. The Prophet's Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam guidance was a practical measure to ensure community safety. Islam, in its wisdom, distinguishes between harmless animals deserving care and those posing a real threat that must be neutralized. This ruling also highlights Islam's emphasis on responsibility and prevention. Believers are encouraged to act wisely, not out of fear or hatred, but out of concern for the safety of others. Killing a rabid dog, therefore, is an act of mercy toward the community, saving people and other animals from suffering. Through such teachings, Islam demonstrates its balance between compassion and caution in preserving both life and well-being. 5. The rat. The rat is one of the harmful creatures that Islam commands believers to kill because of the destruction and disease it causes. Rats are known to spread deadly illnesses, contaminate food supplies, and damage property. The Prophet Muhammad, Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam, mentioned rats among the 5 harmful creatures that should be killed even within the sacred boundaries of Makkah, emphasizing the serious threat they pose to human health and safety. In ancient and modern times alike, rats have been responsible for spreading infections such as the plague and other dangerous diseases. Their presence in homes and food storage areas creates unsanitary conditions that can harm entire communities. Islam's command to eliminate them reflects a deep concern for cleanliness and public welfare, values central to the faith. This ruling also highlights Islam's preventive approach. Instead of waiting for harm to occur, believers are encouraged to act wisely and remove the source of danger. Killing a rat is therefore seen as a protective act, preserving health and hygiene. It teaches Muslims that safeguarding one's environment from harmful pests is part of faith, responsibility, and gratitude toward Allah for the blessings of safety, sustenance, and well-being. 6. The crow. The crow, particularly the black crow, is also listed among the creatures Islam permits killing due to its harmful and destructive behavior. The Prophet Muhammad, Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam, included the crow in the group of animals known as fawasik, those that cause harm and corruption. These birds are known to attack smaller animals, steal food, damage crops, and create disturbances in both urban and rural areas. Their aggressive and scavenging nature often leads to the spread of impurities and disease. In Islamic teachings, balance and cleanliness are highly valued, and anything that disrupts this balance is addressed with wisdom. The crow's harmful habits make it one of the few birds singled out for elimination, even within sacred areas. This does not imply hatred for birds in general, but rather recognition of the danger certain species can pose to human welfare and the environment. By allowing the killing of such creatures, Islam aims to protect food sources, maintain hygiene, and ensure community safety. This guidance once again reflects the religion's practical approach, combining compassion for creation with firm action against harm. Thus, killing a harmful crow becomes an act of maintaining purity, order, and the safety that Islam so strongly upholds. 7. Overall message. The overall message behind these teachings is one of balance, protection, and wisdom. Islam never promotes harm or cruelty toward living beings. Instead, it emphasizes mercy as the foundation of all actions. However, when a creature becomes a source of danger, disease, or destruction, it is an act of responsibility, not aggression, to remove that threat. Every command given by the Prophet Muhammad, Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam, regarding these harmful creatures carries the objective of preserving human life, health, and cleanliness. These teachings remind Muslims that faith is not limited to prayer and worship, but extends to everyday actions and responsibilities. Protecting oneself, one's family, and the community from harm is a form of worship, because it fulfills the purpose of maintaining the safety and harmony that Allah desires for His creation. Furthermore, Islam teaches moderation even in killing, to do it swiftly and without torture, showing that mercy is never abandoned, even when dealing with harmful beings. This balance of justice and compassion reflects the perfection of Islamic guidance. Through these rulings, believers learn that every action in Islam, even one that involves removing harm, must be guided by wisdom, purpose, and sincere intention for the sake of Allah. Islam's guidance on dealing with dangerous creatures teaches us a powerful lesson. Mercy and protection go hand in hand. By understanding why the Prophet, Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam, instructed us to eliminate these harmful beings, we see the balance, wisdom, and care Islam promotes for our safety and well-being. May Allah protect you and your loved ones from all harm, and grant you knowledge and wisdom to follow His guidance in every aspect of life. If you found this video beneficial, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Internal Deen. Comment below with your positive prayer for protection and safety.